Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to make a little bracelet like this one. It is using a right angle weave, and I'm using these little triangle sparkly beads that I ordered from In Beads. So they came in green, pink, this blue, and I believe like a turquoise kind of AB color, and today I'm going to use the green ones. And if you're interested in making this bracelet with me, then hang in here and we'll get a supply list together. Oh, these crackle beads also came from In Beads. Now I'm not using the crackle beads in this next bracelet, but I did want to point that out. So yeah, so what you're going to need if you want to make the bracelet, and this one I don't even have the clasp put on. I just basically just did the weave with the beads to see if it would work, and it does. So we are going to put the clasp and everything on this next one. So I am using some 8mm green pearls, some 8mm white pearls here. So we've got 8mm green pearls, 8mm white pearls. Then I've got these triangle beads from In Beads, and these are so pretty. They're like, I don't know, these are kind of like a jade finish, but they have a sparkle to them, like an AB, if you can see that. They're so cool. They're triangle shaped, which I think is really cool. They're just different. And I'll put the links to all these products in the description box below. And then we're going to need some size 11 seed beads. These also came from inbeads.com. Okay. And then you're going to need a head pin for the dangle if you want to do the dangle on the end of your bracelet. I always like to do that. I like to do an extender chain and a dangle so everybody can wear this. You're going to need a lobster, and I'm using this big old huge heart lobster. I am using 2 of these bails. I do not like the way that the ends look with seed beads. I just don't like it. Now you can put a jump ring on there, put your clasps on but I just don't like the way it looks when you do it this way. So I'm going to try something different that I haven't tried before and use these bails on the ends. We're going to see how that works. I've never done that before, but I thought, hey, that might work, so we're going to give it a try. And then you're going to need a few jump rings. I've got 3 6mm jump rings here. You'll need one for the bead dangle at the end. You'll need one to attach each end of your clasp on. Okay. And then I am using this crystal fire line. I get this at the fishing store. It is 125 yards for $19.99, 6 pound. Make sure if you get this, you get this micro fused right here, or some of them say braided. But it's important to do that, otherwise you're just getting monofilament. But this is actually braided thread with a like a waxy coating on top, and it's great for bead weaving. I really like it. So I'm using that, and it is 6 pound, and I have it threaded on. I've got about a wingspan and a half threaded onto, I don't know what size needle this is because I just put all my needles together in one thing, and I have no idea if it's a 10 or a 12, but either should work. Okay, so right angle weave is super easy, and I will show you what we're going to do first. So first of all, we're going to pick up a green bead, a seed bead, a white bead, a seed bead, another green bead, another seed bead, another white bead, and one more seed bead. So all you're doing really is alternating colors, and this is what you should have on your needle or on your thread. Okay, we're going to pull it all the way down to the end of our thread. All right. You really don't need to leave a tail because we're going to sew our clasp on at the end. So, you know, you don't really need a tail. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a circle. So the end that your tail is coming out of, you're going to go back up through all the beads from that end. So basically you're just, here's what you got, like this. You're just going to go around and back up from the bottom all the way up through all the beads, and this will create a circle. So let me see if I can do it. Get on there, little silver bead. Okay, and just pull it through and watch that your tail doesn't completely come through, otherwise your beads are all going to fall off. But you just pull it through. And I've got, my tail got really long there, didn't it? So I'm going to pull it through like this. And it will create a little circle. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tie my tail off right here. I don't like having a tail. It gets on my nerves. It gets in my way and just messes me up all the time. So I'm going to tie it off here. And I know there are some projects that you have to keep the tail so you can sew the clasp back on. This is not one of those. Okay? So my thread is coming out of my green pearl. I'm going to sew through this next seed bead right here, silver one, and the next pearl. Just pull it through, and that just gets your working thread away from the knot. And then if you have a thread zap, you can burn it off. I'm just going to trim my tail right there. Okay? Well, and my knot came out. What in the world? Okay. Bloopers, everybody. All right, let's do that again. Obviously, I did not tie my knot good enough. Tie your knot really well, okay? So we go one. I did a surgeon's knot too. That's crazy. Do another one. Maybe I should do 3 or 4. I've never had that happen when I've done a surgeon's knot. I'm going to do it again. Another surgeon's knot. All right. My goodness, that should be... I've never had that happen. Okay, so let me do what I did before. Well, I was actually sewing through here, wasn't I? So I'll make it to where I'm coming out the same bead you guys are coming out of. I can't believe it did that. All right, there we go. I'm going to trim it again. That's crazy. Okay. All right, so now our tail is coming out of this white pearl right here. So what you're going to do is pick up a seed bead, a green pearl, a seed bead, a white pearl, a seed bead, and a green pearl, and one more seed bead. Because see, what you're doing is we're going to make, with right angle weave, you make continuous circles. And we've already got our white bead at the top, so we don't need 4 beads like we did here. What we need is green, seed bead, white, seed bead, green, seed bead, and we've got our white, okay? So all you're going to do is go the opposite end from where your working thread is coming out of that same bead, just like this. Pull it through. And it's going to make another nice little circle. So here's what you'll have. Now, we need to be coming out of this bead so we can make our next circle. So all you're going to do is sew up through till you get to that bead. So through the seed bead, the green pearl, the seed bead, okay, and then through the white pearl. I'm getting caught on my scissors. And just pull it tight. And you want to keep your tension fairly tight. You don't want these loose. You want them tight. And so I'm coming out of the white pearl now. So I need to pick up again a seed bead, a green pearl, a seed bead, a white pearl, a seed bead, a green pearl, and one more seed bead. Okay, so this is what you'll have on your needle. Oops. Okay, and because we don't need the white pearl, the fourth white pearl, it's right here. So we need the seed bead, green, seed bead, white, seed bead, green, seed bead. Okay, and we're going back into the opposite end of where our working thread is coming out of that same pearl, that white pearl. And when we pull it tight, it makes our next little right angle weave element here. Okay, so we're coming out of this pearl. We've got to sew up to be coming out of this top pearl. And I always flip my work. I don't know why, but I just like to work from this side. So if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But we're going to sew through the seed bead, the green pearl, the seed bead, and the white pearl. Okay, and there is what we've got. I love right angle weave. I think it's really cute. It makes a cute bracelet. See, this will be, it won't be too petite and it won't be too chunky. It's just a good size, I think. All right, so we're coming out of our white pearl. So we need to pick up a seed bead, a green pearl, a seed bead, a white pearl, a seed bead, a green pearl, and one more seed bead. Okay, so this is what you'll have on your needle right there. And then we're going to go in the opposite end from where our working thread is coming out. See, it's coming out right here. We're going to go in the opposite end of this pearl and out the other side and pull, and we'll have another unit of right angle weave. And there you have it. Now again, we've got to sew up to be coming out of this white pearl at the top. So I flip my work just because I like to. We're going to sew through the seed bead, the green pearl, the next seed bead, and this white pearl. Okay, my needle does not want to go into the white pearl. Get on in there. Okay, there we go. And just pull, and you've got your next unit of right angle weave. Okay, so you're going to continue doing this until you get the length of the bracelet that you want. And remember, if you're using the bails and your lobster claw, and see, we'll have this chain on here, this is about, gosh, I don't have my ruler in here, I took it in the other room, but I'd say this is about 2.5 inches. So you want to account for that. You don't want to you know, make it too long and then have your, when you put the whole clasp and everything on, it's like huge. So just make sure you measure and put it around your wrist and measure. But we're going to continue doing the same exact thing. So I'll do a couple more with you. So now we're coming out of this white pearl. So we need to pick up a seed bead, a green pearl, seed bead, white pearl, seed bead, green pearl, and one last seed bead. Okay, so here's what you've got on your needle. All right, and our working thread is coming out of this end, this side of the pearl. So we're going to go right back in the other side. Make sure you don't, when you do this, make sure you don't go through the seed bead and the pearl. You just want to go through the pearl and out the other side and pull tight. And there's your next unit of right angle weave. Okay, so we've got to sew up to come out of this pearl. So we'll go through the seed bead, the green pearl, the seed bead, and then the white pearl. Out of this white one, And here's what you've got. Okay. I'm going to do one more with you. So we're going to pick up a seed bead, a green pearl, a seed bead, a white pearl, a seed bead, a green pearl, and a seed bead. Okay, so we're coming out of this side of the white pearl. We're going to go back in the other side and out and pull tight. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now we've got to sew up to get into position to come out the top of the white pearl up there. I'm going to sew through those two, and do not catch your whole entire bracelet on your thread like I just did. Goodness. Okay, go through this seed bead and this white pearl. Now you're in position to put on your next unit of right angle weave. And actually, it's not going to take me very long at all to get to the length that I need, because I have about a 6-inch wrist. So yeah, if I put on like 2 more units, I'm going to be done. So I'm just going to go ahead and do them with you. Okay, so we're going to pick up a seed bead, green pearl, seed bead, white pearl, seed bead, green pearl, and our last seed bead here. We're going to go in the opposite end of where our thread's coming out and pull tight. Okay, you want to make sure you keep your tension tight. You don't want any loose thread. See, I've got a little bit of loose thread there, so I need to pull it. Okay, then we're going to sew up to come out the top white pearl. Right up here. And I can't get my needle to go in there for some reason. Come on. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. Okay. Flip it. I'm going to do the next one. So seed bead, green pearl, seed bead, white pearl, seed bead, green pearl, and a seed bead. Okay, come in the opposite from where your thread's coming out, your pearl, and pull it tight. We're going to up through the seed bead and the green pearl, and the seed bead and the white pearl. Alright, now I need to measure to see where I'm at on my wrist. So yeah, I probably need to do a couple more. I mean, the clasp is going to take up a lot, but yeah, I probably need to do a couple more. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. I'm going to do a couple more units to get to the length I need, and then we'll come back and finish it and do the embellishments. Okay, so we're back, and I have got the length that I need for my bracelet, and I've gone ahead and sewn around just like I was ready to put on another unit, and I'm coming out the end of the white pearl. Okay, so now we're going to start our embellishments. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew through the seed bead and this next green pearl right here. Okay. And then we're going to pick up a seed bead, a pretty triangle sparkle bead, and a seed bead, and we're going to go straight through the next pearl here in the row. Okay, so that is what you will have, right like that. Now make sure you keep your tension tight, okay? We're going to go through another seed bead, or pick up another seed bead, another triangle bead, and another seed bead, and go through the very next pearl. So we're just going down the side and adding the seed beads and the sparkly little triangle beads. Okay, so seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead, through the next pearl here. Seed bead, triangle, and seed bead through the next pearl. So this is super easy, guys. This is just, and it turns out pretty, and it looks like you've put a lot of effort into it, but it's really not at all, excuse me, not at all difficult. We're just going to do this down the entire length of the bracelet, adding the seed beads and the sparkly little triangle beads. All the way down. Just make sure you keep your tension tight. Seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead. Seed bead, triangle bead, and seed bead, and one more. Got a seed bead, triangle bead, and a seed bead. Okay, so you're going to come out that last pearl on the end there. Now, we're going to sew on one of the bells, okay? So what you want to do is sew through this seed bead right here. And we want to put this bell on so that it's going to sit right at the end of this pearl bead. Just like this, okay? So we have to put on a couple of beads to cover this space right here. So we're just going to do the same thing. Seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead, and then pass through your bell. Just like this. Okay, and we're going to have to fill the inside of the bell with seed beads because otherwise your beads are going to go up in it. So I'm just going to pick up about 4, 5, 6 seed beads and just kind of see if that fills it up on the inside, and it does. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. 6 is perfect. So then I'm going to pick up another triangle bead and another seed bead. And I'm going to go through this next seed bead right here outside of my pearl and through the green pearl. And we'll pull it tight and see what we got, because I've never done this before. All right, let's see if it's going to work. It is going to work. So that is how it looks. And I like that a lot better than this. I just think it looks way neater, you know, more professional. So then we're going to continue down this side. Now we have to keep our tension tight, otherwise this won't stay where it belongs, okay? So do seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead. And we're going to do it all the way down this side, just like we did on the other side. Just right down through here. Just pull tight, make sure that you're pulling tight. Seed bead, triangle, seed bead, through the next one. Seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead, going through the next one here. What did I do? Oh, I got 2 seed beads on there. Let me go back and take one off. I was like, why is that looking weird? There's something wrong. And of course it didn't, figures. Cut through my thread or something here. So this is what happens when you try to take it out and it goes through, somehow I've gone through my thread. Okay, so in that case, the best thing to do is just unthread your needle. So this is good to know right here. Unthread your needle, pull it out, because there's no way that you're going to be able to get your needle back through that thread in the exact spot that you split the thread to start with. Okay, so if you just unthread your needle, let me take off the extra seed bead that caused the whole problem here, and thread my needle back. So that's one thing. A lot of times you can just go back through the bead if you add an extra bead, or you know, you make a mistake like that, you can just go back through the bead and it'll work out fine. But if by some crazy chance, like of course happens to me, you split your thread with your needle, then you're in trouble. And the only way really that I found to be able to get out of that mess is to just unthread my needle and pull the thread out. Because if you try to put your needle back through exactly the spot that you split your thread, yeah, it's just like impossible. I mean, I guess it's not impossible, but it's really, really hard. So I am trying to rethread my needle here. And of course, it's being really difficult because I've got a video filming. So let me get this needle rethreaded. So see guys, I mean, I make mistakes. I sure do. But it's not the end of the world. You just take it out. That's the good thing. You just pull it right out and continue on. And I think I got my needle rethreaded. I did. Yay. Okay. So there you have it. All right. So we're going to continue on down through here. And I've already got the beads on there. I don't need to add them again, or I'll be back in the same boat I was just in. Okay. And you can tell, I mean, if something looks wrong, then just, you know, stop, take a minute, check it, see what you've done, and just reverse it if you have to. I don't know why I keep picking up, I did it again. You see that? I picked up 2 seed beads. Don't know why I'm doing that. Okay, let's go through here. Okay, seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead, couple more here, seed bead, triangle bead, and a seed bead. Seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead, 2 more. Seed bead, triangle bead, seed bead. I know this is repetitive, but like I said before, if you're a new beader, or at least when I was a new beader, I enjoyed seeing every step of the way. I really did. And still sometimes when I'm watching a tutorial, I like to see every step of the way. All right. Okay, so here's what we've got. It's really cute. And we're going to go ahead and put our next end on. So we're going to go right through this seed bead, just the seed bead. And we're going to add a seed bead, the triangle, and 7 more, I think is what I did before. So 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Drop that down, and we'll go through the other end of the bail, this bail. Okay, and then pick up a triangle bead and another seed bead and go through this seed bead and the pearl and the other seed bead if you want to. We're just going to tie off now. So, okay, let me make sure this is going to lay right. And it does. It lays perfectly. Okay, so now we've got to keep our tension. You want to keep your tension very tight while you tie off. So I'm going to go through this triangle bead right here. And you want to make sure you follow your thread path. Don't go some weird way that is going to show thread. So I'm going to go through this triangle and the next seed bead, just like this. And pull tight. Okay. And then I'm going to make a knot right here before the pearl. So I'm just going to do 1 knot. Make sure you get it below your seed bead and not above it. Okay, then I'm going to go through the pearl. Then I'm going to cut over and I'm going to go through this seed bead and this white pearl just to, you know, make sure that it's not just all down one side. Okay, so I'm coming out of the white pearl. I'm going to go ahead and make a knot here before the seed bead next to the pearl. And it really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm going to do a surgeon's knot this time. You can make your knots wherever. You don't have to do it the way I'm doing it. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it. Okay, pull tight. Going to go through the seed bead here and the green pearl beside it. And come out the seed bead on the other side of the green pearl. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go through the triangle bead and the next seed bead right here, because that triangle bead has a really small hole and I don't want to make a knot in front of it. Okay, and then I'm going to make a knot after the seed bead when I'm coming out of the seed bead. I'm going to do a surgeon's knot again, which is going through the loop twice. Make sure that it's down below my seed bead before I pull it tight. Okay. Excuse me. Allergies. I've had a terrible time with allergies. Then I'm just going to sew through a couple more beads and I'm going to cut it off. Okay. So here's what we've got. Makes a beautiful little bracelet. I love these sparkly beads. I think they're so pretty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to create a bead dangle and attach our endings here. So let's take our jump ring, open it up. We're going to attach the chain to the end of this bail, just like this. Okay, close it up real good. Okay. And then I'm going to make a bead dangle to hang down here just for an extra added touch. So I think I've got a, excuse me, a little round ball on the end of this head pin. So I think I might do the triangle bead, green, triangle bead, white, and a seed bead. Because the seed bead on the bottom, or the little thing on the bottom, is going to look like a seed bead. So there's no point really in putting one on the bottom. Okay, then I'm just going to make a loop. So I'll go ahead and bend it 90 degrees. I'm going to do a wrapped loop on this because this is a very thin gauge wire on this head pin. And I don't want it to come undone, so I'm just going to go around. Make a loop with my pliers, take them out. See my little loop there? You're going to grab your loop, and then with either your fingers or your other set of pliers, just wrap. Just like that. And then I will take my cutters, cut that little extra bit of wire off right there. Don't cut your loop, which I feel like is what I just almost did. Okay, let me trim it down a little bit more. It's still kind of pokey. Come on, get up in there. I feel like they should make some really precision cutters, and maybe they do, but I haven't found them if they do. And I'm having trouble because the wire is wanting to move every time I try to cut it. Okay. Let's tuck it. That might work better. Okay. Alright, so you got your little bead dangle. I'm going to take a jump ring and attach it to the bottom here of the chain. Close my jump ring back. Okay, now we need to put our lobster on the other end. So again, open up a jump ring, attach your lobster to the bail, close it up, and there you have it. Really, really cute, quick and easy little right angle weave bracelet with an adjustable end down here. I may have gotten the chain too small. I did. I picked too small of a chain for this lobster, so I'll have to change out my lobster. Lovely. But that's what it will look like on. It's really cute. Yeah, I'll change and put a smaller lobster on there. But it makes a really cute bracelet. Let's see if I have a smaller lobster real quick. I really like to use these heart lobsters. I think they're really cute. But man, it is hard to find a chain that they will even go through. I've had a really hard time with that. I think I did a video the other day and had to change out the lobster because the chain is not big enough. So you would think I would have learned my lesson the first time, but no, I didn't. I still didn't check it, but I looked at the chain and thought, oh yeah, that'll be big enough. Well, it's not. So let's put this one on. It's not as pretty, but it'll work. Okay, so there it is. Really, really cute little bracelet using products from nbeads.com. And again, I will link all the products in the description box below. And let's see if this lobster works with this chain. It does. How about that? So, like I said, I really like the idea of using the bail here. And I should have sewn through this a couple more times just to reinforce it. So you might want to do that when you're making this. Just make sure you sew through that little section right there 3 or 4 times just to reinforce it. But I'm not going to sell this one. I'm going to keep it. So I'm not too worried about it. If it breaks on me, it's not a big deal, but you definitely don't want it breaking on somebody if you're selling it. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it kind of inspires you maybe to make some right angle weave stuff. You can do so many different things with right angle weave. Here's the blue one that I did, and I think I'm going to take it apart. I just don't like these ends, the way they turned out. So I didn't even put a clasp on it, but it is very pretty on the wrist. If you can see that, it turned out really pretty. So I'll probably redo it and just do those ends different. I really like the way that the bell does on the ends there. That's just really cute, I think. Gives it just, I don't know, something different, little extra added touch. All right, so you guys have a great rest of the evening. Chris went to pick up a pizza, so Chris is a pizza-holic, in case you haven't noticed from my videos. He's always going to pick up a pizza. It seems like every video I do, Chris is picking up a pizza. So, yeah. But anyway, we're going to go watch a movie or something, spend a little time together, and check out my website. I've been uploading all kinds of stuff on my website. Here it is. It is www.beadonawirejewelry.com. Not a bead on a wire, just bead on a wire. There it is. So check out the website, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.